The last couple of decades have witnessed a lot of corruption scandals that have plagued the Indian political system. And I suppose the largest cause of all of this is the lack of accountability. And Indians from every city and every district have always believed that there's been very little accountability. And this is a sentiment that, people have voiced time and time again. But creating transparency in a political system is something that is a very difficult thing to do. And that's precisely what the Association for Democratic Reforms does. I'm honored to strike this conversation today with Dr. Trilochan Shastri. He's a leading academic at the Indian Institute of Management in Bangalore. He was one of the main petitioners in the Right to Information campaign. He's also the founder of the Association for Democratic Reforms. So, Dr. Shastri, the purpose of this conversation is to get an idea of the mission of the Association of Democratic Reforms. It's truly, a great institution. It's something that has inspired many people and organizations across the world. And, in about 5 minutes, I was hoping that you could give us a gist of the aims and goals of Association of Democratic Reforms. And I'd be happy to welcome you back to Swell very soon for a longer conversation. But over to you, Professor. What is the goal of the ADR, and what have the last few years been like in your journey as you've tried to create accountability in India's democratic system?
Our mission is very simple. It is to help improve democracy and governance in India. And our strategy at present is to bring in greater transparency in the whole system. This includes bringing in transparency on candidates and political parties, in informing voters, and on some strategic litigations that we do in the Supreme Court, so that we are able to achieve our mission. So, we started this work back in the late 90s, and the first strategic litigation which opened up the doors for our work over the next 24 years was to go to the Supreme Court and say that every citizen of our country has the right to know whom they are voting for, and most specifically the details of the financial assets and liabilities of all candidates, as well as their educational qualification, and in the Indian context, very important, if they have any criminal cases pending in various courts. So after that, we set up a nationwide network of civil society, non-partisan, non-political organizations, which actually spread this information among voters in all the major languages of India. We have 15 or 17 such languages. We work elaborately with the media of all languages, which includes television, print media, social media, etc. We work with the Election Commission, with the courts, with the Right to Information, and with eminent people in the civil society. So that's the way we work. And over the years, we have filed several petitions. For example, the transparency in political party finances was a black box till we in ADR, started using the Right to Information. Now the funding of political parties is out there in the public domain. So we analyze that and again inform voters. And there are several issues. For example, wherever transparency takes a hit, we go back to the court. For example, on the issue of electoral bonds, where people no longer know who is funding whom. So that case is pending in the Supreme Court. Last month, we won a major landmark judgment from the court, which said that the appointment of the Election Commission has to be non-partisan. So it shall now include the Prime Minister, the Leader of the Opposition, as well as the Chief Justice of India, so that we ensure that the appointments are non-partisan and non-political. So these are some of the important things that we continue to do.
Mr. Shastri, it is lovely to hear this. it looks like ADR was formed after I left India, which is why I have not been aware of the important work this organization has done in the electoral process in India. Could you speak a bit to how you're organized, how many people, constitute your organization? Is it volunteers? The little I know from Wikipedia, but it would be lovely to understand how you operate right now. How are you able to provide valuable transparency across all elections, or is it only the national elections? Is it only some states? What happens to city councils? To what level of detail and where, in what areas and geographies are you able to provide the services you provide? How are you looking to grow? It'll be lovely to hear a little bit about the organization itself when you have a minute, and if you could talk to that, I think a lot of us would be interested in knowing a bit more. Thank you.